If you're on Social Security or disability benefits, listen up. I have news. I have your October 2025 Social Security payment schedule. When are your benefits going to arrive? When are they going to hit your bank account? I have the details. And I have breaking news. October is going to be a big turning point in Social Security history. There are two important dates you need to keep in mind. Number one is October the 1st. President Trump issued an executive order that permanently changes how Social Security benefits are delivered. This is going to affect millions of seniors, and some are not even aware that this change is happening. I am going to give you the details about that. The second date is October the 15th. That is when Social Security increase is going to happen, and I'm going to bring you the details. Number three, the Social Security Commissioner made big news this week. He said the Trump administration is considering all options on the table to fix Social Security. And here is the kicker: they are thinking about increasing the Social Security retirement age. I know that is going to upset a lot of seniors, and I want to hear your thoughts about that. So let me know what you think in the comment section about increasing the Social Security retirement age from age 67 to age 70 years. Now, they just did that. They just permanently increased the Social Security retirement age from age 65 to age 67. And the fact that they are now talking about increasing it again from age 67 to age 70 is causing a lot of backlash from seniors. I want to know your thoughts. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. If you are new here, welcome. I am glad you're here. Go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state, because I like to know where you guys are watching my channel from. But if you've been watching my channel for a while, welcome back. I am glad you're here. There is so much to cover. Let's start with Social Security payment schedule. Now, before I get into that, I told you about the president's executive order that is permanently changing how Social Security benefits are delivered. Well, here it is. Starting October the 1st, Social Security is no longer going to deliver payments by check. So if you know somebody or you yourself have been receiving Social Security by mail, you are in for trouble, because the government is going to stop sending those paper checks. And it's going to affect millions of people who receive government benefits by check, specifically 5 million people. And so, what are you supposed to do? Well, you have two options. You can either get a bank account from a local bank or credit union, call the Social Security Administration, and have them switch you to direct deposit, or you can sign up for the Direct Express debit card. It is a government backed debit card that allows you to receive federal benefits payments electronically. Those are your two options. You need to take action now, because in about 7 days, your payments are no longer going to come by mail if you are getting Social Security by mail. If you're getting Social Security by direct deposit, you're good. There's no action you need to do. Your payments will come in regularly. Now, let's talk about your Social Security payment schedule. If you're on SSI, you are going to get two checks in October. The first one is going to be on Wednesday, October the 1st, which is your regular payment. And that regular payment is going to come on time. As you can see from the schedule, it's going to come on October the 1st. But then there's going to be another payment on October the 31st, which is your November payment coming early. And so you're not getting free money. You're not getting bonus money. Your November payment is going to come on October the 31st. So you're not going to get any SSI payments in the month of November. I want to be clear on that. The next thing I want to talk about is Social Security disability insurance and Social Security retirement benefit. Your payments are made on a specific birth date. So if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you are going to get your benefits on October the 8th, which is the second Wednesday of the month. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th of the month, your Social Security and SSDI are going to hit your account on the 15th. That's the third Wednesday, excuse me. And if you were born on the 21st, between the 21st and the end of the month, your Social Security or SSDI benefit are going to be paid on October the 22nd. So the dates you need to keep in mind are October the 8th, October the 15th, October the 22nd, depending on when you were born, the date. Now, there are some people that get benefits on the 3rd of the month. If you live outside the United States, if your state pays for your Medicare premium, if you receive both SSI and Social Security, or if you started receiving Social Security before 1997, all four categories of those people get their benefits on the 3rd. And it's going to be delivered on time because the 3rd is a weekday, Friday, and so there's no issues there. So that's your payment schedule. Now, if you don't get your benefits, that's an important thing. If you don't receive your Social Security or disability benefits and you are getting electronic payment and not a check, then you may have been a victim or of overpayment. The only reason the government will hold your check is two things. Number one, you violated a Social Security rule so egregious that they stop your check completely, or you have a Social Security overpayment. You owe the Social Security Administration money because you were supposed to report a certain income, whether you're on retirement benefits or disability, and you failed to do that. And so now they are holding your check to pay back the money that you owe. I have done a lot of videos on Social Security overpayments and how they work. So go into my video library and look for it. But it is a very serious issue that affects 3 million seniors and people on disability every year. So do not take it lightly. They probably sent you a letter. You probably ignored it. And now they've taken action to collect the money by stopping all or half of your Social Security benefits to pay the money back. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. The third thing is October the 15th. That is the day the Social Security Administration is going to announce your Social Security cost of living adjustment. I am going to share my screen and show you what the experts are saying it might be. So this is the Senior Citizens League. They are a non-partisan organization that is highly respected. If any media organization is predicting Social Security cost of living adjustment, they are probably quoting the Senior Citizens League. So I'm taking you directly to the source and tell you what they are thinking your cost of living adjustment is going to be for 2026. As you can see, they have a COLA watch. They're telling you that there's 21 days left before the official announcement from the Social Security Administration. So let's go to the section of their article that they talk about how much you're going to get in an increase. It is right here. What is the predicted COLA for 2026? Let me make sure that you can see that on your screen. Yes, you can. So the average Social Security benefit changes every year when the Social Security Administration announces its annual cost of living adjustment or COLA. Designed to help benefits keep pace with inflation over time, the COLA is announced in October each year and implemented the following January. So everything you're going to hear on October 15th is going to kick in January 1st. The Senior Citizens League predicted COLA for 2026 is 2.7% as shown in the figure below. This is slightly higher than the COLA for 2.5% of 2025 implemented at the start of 2025. So, how do they come up with this number? Well, each month, the Senior Citizens League makes an updated prediction for the next COLA using a proprietary machine learning model. The most important data point for the model's prediction is the Consumer Price Index for the urban wage earners, which is called the CPIW, which is the inflation index the government uses to calculate COLA. However, the model incorporates the national unemployment rate and Federal Reserve interest rate. So their model is a little bit different. And here they are showing you what the historical COLA has been over the last 10 years. 2.7% is on the low side because, but it tracks with anything before the pandemic. So you can see that 2.8% was the highest since 2016. And if you take out the pandemic related increases, which I consider to be 2022 to 2024. So the question you probably have is, why is COLA so low? Well, one major issue with Social Security COLA is that it doesn't keep up with inflation as seniors experience it. That is, if there's a truer statement about COLA, that is what I just read. And so I'm going to read it again. One major issue with Social Security COLA is that it doesn't keep up with inflation as seniors experience it. According to the Senior Citizens League 2024 loss of buying power report, remember I told you the government owes you $370? These are the guys that did the research. The average Social Security payment has lost approximately 20% of its buying power since 2010. And so when they did that calculation, they realized that you are owed $370 because of that loss of buying power. Why do COLA fail to keep up with seniors' economic experience? A lot of it has to do with the economic indicator that the government uses to calculate COLA. Sorry, I get excited. Right now, the government calculates each year's COLA by taking the average of the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners, or the CPIW, from July to September of each year. The CPIW is price index published monthly by Bureau of Labor Statistics that measures the cost of more than 200 common household expenses grouped into categories such as housing, food, and transportation. The problem is that the CPIW measures changes in prices for urban wage earners whose budgets look a lot different than the typical seniors. The alternative, which is what a lot of people have been proposing, which the Social Security Expansion Act, which is a legislation I've been talking about, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, is proposing. The alternative is calculating COLA with the CPIW, will be doing so with the CPIE, or the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. Although this price index, also published by the BLS, uses the same input from the CPIW, it weighs them differently to look more like a typical American seniors budget. You can see a comparison of expense category weights for the CPIW and the CPIE in Table 1 below. Notice how both sets of weights add up to 100, representing approximately how much a typical person's budget goes toward expense category. Now look at the differences. And so you can see that in the CPIE, housing is way more heavily because seniors spend a big proportion of their income on housing. And medical care is weighed heavily because if you look at the CPIW, medical care is weighed at 6.2, 6.9. In the CPIE is 11. So basically, those are two big things that shift the cost and make the current inflation, the current COLA, underestimate how much seniors are spending on things. So when you look at housing, you look at medical care, and you look at recreation, seniors spend money more on those three things. And so any inflation index should reflect that. I know it's a long way to explain something to you, but I wanted to give you the details of why COLA is so low so that when October the 15th comes and they tell you you're going to get a $50 increase, you understand why it is so low. I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments. In addition, there's a lot of price increases, right? I took a look at 15 things that have gone up, and you'll be surprised. The government is saying inflation has gone down, but look up here. Eggs, bread, and meat have gone up by 12 to 15% since 2020. Gasoline, 30%. Utility bills, $100 a month on average. Prescription drugs up 12%. At home care, 13%. Medical premium, 11% higher. Rent, 6 to 10% annually. Health insurance is 7.5% just last year, and so forth and so on. Groceries, 10.8%. Dining out, 7.2%. Car repair, a whopping 20%. Medigap, long-term care, 8 to 12%. And transportation, $100 a month increase for seniors. And so that's why if you're a senior and you feel that you're struggling and you cannot catch up, you cannot catch a break, it is because you cannot catch a break because the system is working against you. Now, before I close, I have been sharing this information over the last couple of weeks. I am on a mission over the next 12 months to help 100,000 seniors get peace of mind about Medicare. Why is that important? Because Medicare, you have earned it. You have earned it. And so you should get the best out of it. And so what am I doing about it? I'm educating you through videos. I'm creating guides that I can share with you to give you more information about it. And then I'm connecting you to the best resources and support for Medicare. And so 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan because it is so confusing. There are 24,000 plans out there, and it's difficult to make a decision when you have to consider your budget, doctor networks, hospital networks, prescription drugs, and all that. And so a lot of seniors just pick what they're familiar with and it end up costing them money and sometimes their health. And for something that you have worked hard to earn, you should get the best out of it. But when you look at the headline, they're always telling you plans are being dropped, hospital networks are being removed, doctor networks are being dropped from plans. So how can you get the right plan for you? Well, you need a medical advisory company that is going to be in your corner and is not there to sell you things that is going to make them the most money. If you've been paying attention to the news, the Trump administration sued a whole bunch of medical advisory companies for misleading seniors. Well, our partner, Chapter Medicare, wasn't one of them because Chapter is the real deal. And I've always told you if I'm going to bring you something, I will vet it and make sure that it is the right and they're going to do right by you. Well, we've sent over 2,000 of our viewers to Chapter to get that peace of mind about Medicare, and they've had great experience, and you too can get that. So call the number on the screen, 539-205-2147, or go to askchapter.org/insider, or I'm going to put that in the comment section. I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to put it in the description. Fill out the form, and they'll reach out to you. But here's what's going to happen. When you call Chapter, they are going to look at your current plan, and if you're in the right Medicare plan, you're good. They'll tell you, and then that's it. If you're not, they have access to all 24,000 plans. They're the only company that does. So they can see what's in your local area that meets all the things that you're thinking about, your budget, prescription drugs, doctor network, hospital network, and so forth. And they will help you make the right decision and provide you information so that you can make an informed decision about Medicare. And when you call them, they are real humans that you're going to be talking to, like the ones I've put on the screen from their website. And here's the thing, they can save you $1,100 a year. In today's environment, that's a lot of money to save. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Tons of 5-star reviews I've been sharing with you guys on my videos. So give Chapter a call, 539-205-2147. You will not regret it. But here's what you are going to get: the peace of mind about Medicare that I want for all seniors, because you've earned it. You might as well benefit from it, but the government is not going to put you in the best Medicare plan out of the goodness of their heart. You have to figure that out, and Chapter is there to figure it out with you. Give them a call today. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you on another video tomorrow.